Hey, everybody, welcome to Bearded Baker Banter, the sports podcast. And boys, we're back to a Friday this week. Two little
Feels like it's
Thursday hiatuses.
been forever. I know.
But here we are. Friday morning, July 26th. Welcome, Trent. Welcome, Trey.
How's it going, fellas?
Good to see you guys.
All right. Well, we definitely have some sports to get into. We're going to talk a little baseball, a little football, both NFL and some college football. If anybody's actually come out from under a rock from playing their college football 25, I know a couple people who have been playing that straight for about a week and a half. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so we're going to get into some football stuff. We'll also touch on some UFC fight from this Saturday at the end with a couple of our picks and stuff. So that being said, anybody want to get us going here with some MLB?
I mean, I could start us off with a ball if we want to go balls first.
Trey always likes to go on balls first. Hey,
There we go. I knew that was coming. No, mine is
So did she.
Mine is about the A's. One of their trade prospects, Mason Miller, breaking his pinky today.
I know.
Good ball.
That's kind of devastating. Really takes the value off right before the deadline. And you got to think if you're him, like, what are you doing? Like, I know you didn't intend to break your pinky and stuff, but like, you know that you're a valuable asset right now, and you're probably going to get dealt. And if I was him, I'd want to get off the A's and probably trade it to a contender. So it was just a boneheaded move in my eyes, and kind of disappointing because I know our team is one of the teams that's kind of looking into them, and I wonder if they're going to still make the jump now. Or any team will make the jump at that point. So that's just my ball is Mason Miller. It's, just think before you do anything stupid like that. You got a career and a lot of money to make, and I don't know, just frustrating.
And you're playing on a team that's already a non-contender.
Exactly.
So what in the hell are you so frustrated about? Like, I get it, but at the same time, like, let's not let our emotions get the best of us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not Gus Frerotte the wall. Like let's keep our level-headed, if you will. But like, right. I agree, Trey. That was stupid. I think it's going to actually hurt him in the long run, at least this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a pinky finger, but you're a pitcher. I mean, your hands are kind of your money. It's like shit.
You can't. Pitchers sometimes can't throw because of like a sore spot on their finger.
Right.
Let alone a broken. Okay.
Ball if you have a blister on your finger and you're throwing 100 pitches or 90 pitches, that would.
No, I said sore spot. I didn't say blister. But see, this is kind of breaking. Like right before we hopped on here tonight, that was breaking to me. I didn't What did he exactly do to hurt himself? He punched something.
Punched a table in frustration.
Yeah, one of the was like trainer tables or something.
Yeah. Walls and doors and pieces of furniture are undefeated, guys. Just putting it out there.
Fire hydrants, all that.
They're undefeated. They're undefeated. No need to take your anger out on those. Find yourself a stress ball. I know, Tyler, you have a ton of those.
Fire hydrants.
Well, yeah, they punch the glass.
I meant extinguishers. Did I say hydrants?
Yeah, like we talking about like dogs, like in dog racing.
I meant extinguisher. That was my.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Now, Trent, that's a good ball. Trent, you got your ball.
Yeah, I got a ball. So schedules were released, I believe, last week for the MLB next season. One thing that caught a lot of people's attention was the MLB will have what's known as their form of a rivalry week. That'll take place May 16th to the 18th. And some of you be saying, well, wait, Trent, is this your strike or why is this your ball? What I don't like about how they set up rivalry week is they set it up based on just geographical location. So what I mean by that, rivals, ready? The Yankees play the Mets. So Subway Series, that's okay.
Yeah.
Phillies Pirates.
No, another poop game, huh?
Yeah. Orioles Nationals. This one doesn't make a damn bit of sense to me. Is like Braves Red Sox. Rays and the Marlins, obviously both Chicago teams who they're pretty bad right now. And then Cardinals, the Royals, Guardians, Reds, Twins, Brewers, Tigers, Detroit playing the Blue Jays. Like, this is what I mean. Like, I just didn't think this was a true rivalry week. Like, if you're gonna do a rivalry week, I mean, you have to have a Red Sox Yankees in there, right? Like,
Yeah,
at least
I think at this point in time, I'd put the Orioles Yankees in there. I think that's become a little bit more. I know over time, but I'm saying
no, it's not better. It's not a bigger rival. I mean, I would like more like interdivision rival. Like, I want to see like the biggest matchups of Braves Phillies. You know, like
right.
those are the
Yeah,
rivals that I think of. So I
Yeah.
just that was hey, here's the thing. I'm gonna tip my cap and say you tried. It's a start,
Mm-hmm.
but we were kind of tackling this whole like how you could better do the all-star stuff and all that last week. This is a close start to something cool, because obviously in I think college football and college basketball college basketball for sure, there's a true defined rivalry week that is always on the schedule. So I don't know, it was a good try. I just wish they didn't go with geographical location.
Good try, MLB.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, good effort. Good effort.
Good attempt. Good attempt. Good attempt.
Good idea. Just good idea. Bad execution is what you're saying.
Yeah, I love. I was super
it's
excited when I saw rivalry. Oh, cool rivalry! And then I'm clicking there. I'm looking at the graphic as they released this. I'm like, wait, what? And then I read it's like, oh, based on geographical location. But I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, some of these matchups they're like, yeah, it's like. Okay.
I think what would be cooler, Trent, is if they did like Yankees, Red Sox day game, Mets, Braves night game in the same stadium. Just make it like a day long thing. And then in LA, you could do Dodgers, Padres, and then like Angels, Mariners in the same stadium or something. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm gonna put a big red flag on this. Big red flag on this, because if it's a geographical thing, think of how many people won't even get to see any of these games because of blackouts.
Wow. Yeah.
There you go.
And now you just pissed. You know what, MLB?
Well, you know what though? Hopefully that's a time of the year where they can televise a lot of those games. You know what I mean? Like, take a couple night slots during the week where you can play like 2 or 3 games, because what's happening in May?
Dude, I don't know, man. I'm just saying. I think they're gonna miss the mark if it's a geographic thing.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. That'll be interesting.
There it is.
Oh, there you go.
Cameras.
All right. So my ball is actually going to stick with our team. Not doing very well recently. I'd say in the last 20 games, they're about 9-10. 19 games. They're 9-10. Was it 8-9?
That's 17. So 9-10 would be right.
I think about 9-10. Not doing well. They tried to get swept by the Marlins. Specifically, I can even throw this ball out there as being post All-Star break. Craig Kimbrell showed up. Dude, 6 blown saves, most of anybody this year and most of anybody in a very, very long time.
But Tyler, we've won 4 of those.
Not thanks to him.
That's crazy.
I know.
For him to have 6 blown saves and we won 4 of those games, that's kind of crazy.
Well, and I think I do actually, and I know a lot of people right now are on Brandon Hyde a little bit, at least on the X sphere of things, just calling for him for certain things, which is absurd to me. But I think that in itself, the fact that they've won 4 of those games, all right, that he's had a blown save in, I think that is a testament to him as a manager of saying, how can we fix this? Because our closing guy just effed up. Let's get this like what he did last night, or yesterday with Cano. Bringing Cano in for one batter, dude strikes him out, go to extra innings, and get it going. Like, I like the fact that Hyde doesn't he's going to let you fail, but he's also not going to let you fail to a point where, like, hey, the team's at risk and we're probably going to definitely lose now. So I think him making that decision to pull him before that last batter was important. But my ball is Kimbrel, and just the O's got to step it up, man. And the only thing saving right now is the fact the Yankees, I think, have lost 21 of their last 31 games.
Yeah.
So just to kind of put that out there, that's the only reason the Orioles are still kind of in that top dog spot because.
Can we just say something about this? So, like, you're talking about those two teams that are absolutely slumping right now, right? Like if you looked at, I'm pretty sure that it was like if you just counted their records in the AL East from June 15th on, Red Sox would be in first, Rays would be in second, Orioles would be in third, I think, then Blue Jays, then Yankees, right?
Yeah,
that's from June 15th. But here's the thing is, as much as we're talking about how bad these teams are right now, this might just be a reflection of what we always talk about with like the whole league is the Orioles, the Guardians are still tied for the best AL record. And the Yankees, I believe, are just like one game back of having the best record in the AL. So like they got off to like, how I think it was like last year when we had Derek on as a guest, we said like, okay, you can't win it all in the first couple weeks or months, but right now that is coming out to be huge for the Orioles and Yankees is early on how well they did and how big and how bad some of those other teams played. Because dude, if neither of those teams had such a good start, they'd be looking at that playoff spot just slip further and further away.
I hear what you're saying, but I would look at it from the other way too. It's that we went to the All-Star break thinking like we have the top 5 power ranked teams in the league, which is still the same. Absolutely. Don't get me wrong, but it's still, there's over 60 games left. Like the season is so long. And I think I said it a couple times. It's like, yeah, they're doing really well right now, but we haven't even gotten to the All-Star break yet. And like, there are teams that look at the Houston Astros, an example. And that's leads me into my strike is that they're now leading their AL West. So,
are they up for the Mariners?
Oh yes, they are. They're a game ahead.
That's right. So you're due. I mean, you're due for a beer bet. I mean, you after paying up, you're already owing me one right now, right?
Okay. Well, we'll get to that.
And that was golf. That's your expertise, Mr. Strokes Gained.
Oh boy!
Wow! Right at him. Right at him.
What?
You have no idea. You have no idea how frustrating that is because, like, I can't argue. But
Lowry was leading.
Golf is such a crapshoot, Trent. Golf is such a crapshoot.
It is good. Got me a beer.
Probably because that Rye guy accidentally put both gloves on the same hand.
That's
what happened. He forgot one of his iron covers.
Yeah. No, but anyway, that my strike, which kind of leads me to my point, is that it's a tale of two seasons really with the baseball season. I know the All-Star break is only like a couple days, but it really is like a reset period, I think, and you're seeing that with, like you said, with the Red Sox, the Rays, a couple other teams that are really coming on. The Mets, like that's another team that's kind of playing with house money.
They had a big win last night against the Braves.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, ultimately my strike is the Astros now leading the AL West, like I predicted. They were, I think, close to 20 games back at one point, dead last, third to last team in the league quarter into the season. So
they were never 20 games back in that division, Trey. Don't even try.
Close. I said close, and it was over 15.
Notice, trade it and take the beer bet until they were about 6 games back.
Was it 15, Trey? Because I definitely remember 12 at least.
It was close to. It was over or close to 15.
Not 20.
It's still a lot. They're 53 and 49
Trey,
right now. They're a
Trey,
game ahead.
Still 60 games left, right?
I know. Yeah, but it's a tale of two seasons, and the Astros did not start out well, and here we are. So,
I think you still have to also keep an eye on that in the AL West. There is the Rangers.
Yeah,
keep an eye on them. Their pitching's okay, and they got guys on that team that can hit. So
pitching's okay. If their pitching never gets healthy. If they get DeGrom ever, is he out for this year? Anybody know?
I don't know, but Dane Dunning just came back, I think, yesterday.
Well, there you go, Trey. Watch out, bud.
Don't worry about Dane Dunning.
Dunning.
He's the one with the glasses, isn't he?
I have no clue.
Pretty sure he is.
So.
Really,
DeGrom.
Hey, Trent, I'll give my strike real quick, and I'll let you give yours. My strike's kind of unique here. My strike's not about a baseball team. My strike's about our good friend, Fast Breaks, putting out these MLB strikeout prop sheets. And I'll tell you what. Oh, I think we just lost. Oh, there he is. No, Steve Fast Breaks has been putting out these MLB strikeout K prop sheets. I know he was also doing some of the prop sheets for the WNBA there for a while with some points, rebounds, assists, and 3-pointers. So, I did talk to him. I'm not going to, put everything out there yet because, I'll let him do that and everything. And then we'll kind of, help kind of announce the stuff. But he's talking about putting out some NFL prop sheets, some NBA prop sheets. And then he even talked about the possibility of doing a little college football and college basketball eventually, kind of looking at big games and stuff. So shout out to Steve, shout out to Fast Breaks. Specifically, obviously, it's my strike because I love these strikeout sheets that he's putting out because he's showing you the last 5 games, which is something that I, as a K-prop guy, I've always looked at. I look a little beyond even more than 5, but 5 very important in terms of kind of seeing where they're at with stuff and seeing how many Ks they've actually had. And giving people the opportunity, I think, is what I'd even talk to him about is like, I love the fact that he's saying, here's the data, do what you got to do, make your prop bets, make your, your parlays if you want to, or just take them as single bets. You have the data here. So shout out to Fast Breaks for that. So I think that's awesome. I love these prop sheets that he's putting out because I think it's really cool. Just for anybody that's a sports gambler, whether you're super serious or whether you're just doing it for fun, they're super helpful, and I think that's awesome. So that's my strike.
I like it. Shout out Fast Breaks. Follow him. All right. Well, I'm going to move into my strike at this point, and my strike might surprise you guys here a little bit. My strike is Pat Murphy.
Interesting.
You guys both know.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the Brewers manager this year. I do believe that he should be the NL manager of the year.
Interesting.
So I will say a couple reasons as to why. Maybe you guys are thinking, is this your wild pitch, Trent? No, it's a strike. Okay. Brewers lose their Cy Young winner, Corbin Burns, thankfully. He came to the good guys. This is his first year as their manager, considering Craig Counsell went to the Cubs. Right. Their top 2 veteran starters, Brandon Woodruff and Wade, I always want to say Miley, but I think it's Millie, isn't it? They are out for the year. All-star closer has been injured and out, Devin Williams. All-star outfielder, Christian Yelich, is out right now indefinitely. I just saw an update on him as he's looking to avoid that. They currently hold a 6-game lead in the NL Central with the Cardinals, who I said, watch out, they could win that. But they currently hold a 6-game lead over the Cardinals, and one of their interdivision rivals, which I would say mainly because of the whole manager situation, they are 11 games up on the Cubs, who are dead last in the NL Central. I am sorry, but this guy with all of those things that he overcame. I mean, when you think about the Brewers right now, they're kind of like a almost borderline superstar-less team.
They were picked, I believe, to be in like 4th or 5th this year to start.
Yeah,
they've kind of overcome all of people's expectations.
Yeah, especially
they've been there, right? They've been there the whole season.
Yep.
Like they've been top dog. I mean, I think the Pirates flirted a little bit, but Milwaukee's been there, I'd say, majority of the season.
Yeah. So I believe Pat Murphy is a strike for me, and I believe it will be a strike in the end of the year when he wins the NL Manager of the Year. Because if you give it to a freaking Phillies manager or Dodgers manager, I think that's an outright joke because of how much they're loaded with all-stars and bought most of those. So,
yeah, I kind of like that. I mean, Milwaukee.
Well, yeah, I would say against the Phillies, they signed a lot of free agents and got a lot of people in like trades and stuff. I wouldn't say they bought their players.
Think about this too.
None of them none of them are homegrown besides Baum, right?
Boom. Stott.
Okay, but now you got Harper, Schwarber.
Yeah.
Okay, you got Trey Turner. You got the guy that's in a slump right now, Marsh. I mean, most of their
Was Marsh a trade?
Yeah, Marsh came from, I believe, the Angels. So it's just saying, just
Aaron Nola, JT Realmuto. He came from the Marlins, I think.
Yeah. Speaking of, sorry, and I'm not trying to hate on the Phillies. Like they're good. It's baseball. It's right now. It's kind of that to compete with some of these, like the Yankees and the Dodgers. You got to do that. Like I'm hoping by July 31st we go potentially from having the best farm team to maybe not having the best farm team because we were active in the market, right? Like. Like it's okay. Like I'm okay. We got to win. We got to win now. Baseball's tough to hold on to players now with how much money they can get. I mean,
it's crazy.
I'm just saying that's why I think he deserves manager of the year. Oh, real quick side note to backtrack on a ball. Mike Trout left rehab start knee soreness. So yep, I didn't want to make him my individual ball because you guys really made me feel bad because I like Mike Trout. He's a good guy, but goddamn,
he's so man, just like
told you, career done, less than 5 years.
Man,
you did trash
him, man. Trent's like beating a dead horse over there. Yeah. Mike Trout, like, I feel bad for the guy. He wants.
I don't, because you know what? He's going to go to a different team, and he's not going to have any. And they're going to be a winning team, and he's not going to have any injury problems.
It'll be the Chris Sale effect.
He'll play Chris Sale effect, which was mentioned on the show earlier, right? Christian McCaffrey effect. Right?
You shut your mouth.
All those injuries go away when you're winning. Believe me, I've been on winning teams and I've been on very bad losing teams, and bumps and bruises hurt a lot more when you're not a good team. Just saying, it's the truth.
It's fair enough.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you guys tackle wild pitches because my wild pitch is a little bit kind of all over the place. But
okay, wild pitch for me, or Trey, you want to go?
No, you got it.
All right, the wild pitch for me, which I'll be honest with you, going back to the Phillies, not to hate on them. I just always get I crack up about this because I think, we talked a little bit about, Tyler, you said about like people were all over Hyde and saying, oh, they're all like Orioles Twitter. First off, can I just backtrack on that for a second and say fan accounts for your teams on X are cruel. Like,
oh yeah.
Like as a Duke fan, Duke Twitter during March, like when Duke had a little slide there, they're calling for Shire's head. They still hate Filipowski. It's like, holy hell. Like, and it's so funny because then 2 days later, they're like, best ever. So it's all a part. I mean, that's why fan is short for fanatics. Like we're fanatic. I mean, I'm hitting here saying things to the TV screen where my wife is like, what did you just say? I'm sorry. But anyway. This cracks me up because I get because I do watch a lot of Phillies too, with them being local and we get their games on TV. But the Nick Castellanos theory cracks me up. So how
I just learned about this.
Me too. So on any sort of like
tragedy,
major event, right? Major event in the world, they say to bet that Nick Castellanos will hit a home run. And I just collected a list of some of the events, which I will say the one of them I'm not really sure of, but the death of Osama bin Laden, he hit a home run. Brenneman, which I'm not really sure of this, hot mic apology, he hit a home run. Queen Elizabeth death, the update on Charlie Manuel following a stroke, the I-95 collapse in Philadelphia, the current assassination attempt on President Trump, and then the night that Biden ended his reelection bid. All of those dates, he hit a home run. So weird. It is like, it cracks me up because I just like, oh, this is a joke. Like, but then I'm like, oh man, like it's kind of true. So,
and the one that got him famous was the Reds announcer apologizing for a slur he used over the airways.
Oh,
is that probably the Brenneman one?
That was the Brenneman hot mic apology.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was. Do you guys ever see that video?
No.
You got it. It is funny, but Check it out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
Trey,
Yeah.
cracks me up.
yeah, that's very interesting. Trey, what's your ball or your wild pitch? I'm sorry.
Mine's not too wild. I know I give you guys crap for making very conservative wild pitch predictions, but for me, I think the big name at the trade deadline that will eventually get moved is Vlad Guerrero Jr. I know he's got a personal connection to the Toronto and Canada, I guess, but I think the Jays are going to be in a rebuild period soon here, and I think they're going to kind of sell and focus on the future. And I think they can get a lot for Vladimir Guerrero, especially in terms of young talent and stuff. So
you think so?
Yeah, I do. I think, and they'd be smart to be honest with you.
Who? All right. So then tell me this to make it even wilder. Who takes Vlad Jr.?
I can see someone like the Brewers.
Okay. I'm just wondering, is he going to go to a contender, or is he just going to kind of sail off?
I think he would go to contender. A contender or one of these powerhouse teams again, like the Dodgers or the Padres.
Because you could argue that he's having kind of a little bit of a down year.
I'll say one
absolutely,
different.
But
I'll say one a little different.
Yeah.
Or they might be, because I don't think he's worth a whole lot, actually.
I agree.
But Trey, I do think you could get some prospects. I do think you could get some, not top prospects, but I think you could get something for him. It makes sense would be the Angels, LA Angels, where his dad finished.
I was going to say the Nationals. Because that was the old Expos, remember? And that's where Vlad, his dad, played.
I just figured a big market. That's why I said LA.
Yeah, I could see that. That's true. Well, I mean, DC's kind of a big market, though.
Ooh, would you consider that a big market for sports?
Yeah, I would.
I wouldn't.
I don't know if I would.
You wouldn't consider DC a big market for sports?
No.
No, I don't.
You a big Wizards guy, Tyler?
No, but I think the Capitals. I mean,
they're good, but Commanders.
I don't know. I mean, I think in the sense of just population and big city kind of thing. Maybe I'm just thinking expensive city because DC is expensive as hell. So I don't know. That's maybe why I'm saying that, but
definitely expensive. But in terms of major market, I don't when I think of major markets, I'm thinking LA,
New York,
Dallas, New York,
Miami.
Yeah. And it's not really the team. I'm not basing that off the teams and performance.
Boston.
If we went Miami, I mean, other than the Dolphins, most of Miami sports are down. Right.
The Heat?
I guess the Heat are competitive. Yeah, that's true. But,
interesting.
All right. Yeah, I like that, Trey. I like that. That's I think the first move was made tonight. Speaking of that with trade deadline stuff, but let's save that after Tyler's pitch.
So my wild pitch is more or less just to kind of get you guys' input on who you think Cy Young award winners will be. I got NL and I got AL. I caught a graphic while watching. It was the Braves Mets game. And they listed 4 guys, which, when I went back and actually looked at DraftKings odds and stuff, these actually weren't the top 4, but they listed. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to list your top 6 from DraftKings for the NL and then top 6. And you guys tell me who you think is going to be the Cy Young here. So NL, your top guy right now is Chris Sale, followed by Zach Wheeler. Then you got Paul Skeens. So that's plus 150, plus 160, plus 300. And then it really drops off a lot. Now you're at plus 2,200 for the 4th guy. And that's right now it's Dylan Cease. And I think that's more or less because of his no-hitter yesterday. Then you got Tyler Glasnow at 2,500. And then you got Ranger Suarez at plus 4,000. That's your top 6 right now. If you had to pick the NL guy right now, though, based on performance and everything else, who you got?
Me personally? I'd take Zach Wheeler probably.
Wow. Trent?
Well, I see where, because you always think too, like big games towards the end of the year too, right? Like, but I think with right now the way the numbers are, I think Chris Sale. I think Chris Sale's going to stay up top, and as long as the Braves are in contention for a wild card spot, I think Chris Sale will end up finishing that out. I really do.
I mean, I'm also leaning Chris Sale. Honestly, though,
let's put it out there. We all want Paul Skeens.
And see, that's what I was also going to say is I think it'd be a tough argument to make that if Paul Skeens, who didn't necessarily play the entire season, came in, after a month or two and won the Cy Young. I definitely see Paul Skeens winning Rookie of the Year for sure. Like, I think that's kind of, give him his flowers kind of thing now for that. But I could see just with the dominance that he is able to put up. I think I brought this up either last week or the week before, but like I think he's only had under 7 strikeouts once. Out of all of his starts, and he's 6-1. Obviously, he suffered his first loss. When really look at it, he's really not getting a whole lot of run support from the Pirates. So
never
Pirates kind of gotta support their guy there. But I see Chris Sale, but I would love to see Paul Skeens. I think it'd be awesome. So that's where I'm at. All right. Before I get into this one with the AL here, all right, I would like to point one stat out. Now, this guy is not in the top 6 here for the AL, but Taj Bradley, the pitcher from the Rays, last 9 starts has an earned run average of 0.82.
Wow.
So just putting that out there because that's 9 starts. That is super impressive.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So not in the top 6 though. Top 6 here for the American League. You have Tariq Skubal at minus 140. You have Corbin Burns plus 260. And then it really jumps. You got Seth Lugo at plus 1,000. Logan Gilbert at plus 1,100. Garrett Crochet plus 2,200. And then Luis Castillo at plus 3,000. That's your top 6 right now. Now, you do have a couple guys that are also at plus 3,000. You also have Flaherty, Houck, and Reagans. But, yeah, that's your top guys there. Skubal obviously kind of seems to be the guy there. But go ahead.
What were the odds that you had on Skubal?
Minus 140.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. I currently have Corbin Burns ticket for plus 280 that I spent. All right, I placed. I could actually probably get the date on that, but I placed it a while ago. Looks like that was not when I did that. Back in June. Looks like it was a late bet too. Must have had a couple beverages. 12:40 a.m. Well, definitely. But
it's probably post podcast.
Hey, I'm gonna be cool with either of the Orioles pitchers getting the Cy Young.
Great run.
Oh no, it's Skubal.
Oh.
See what I did there? Come on, trade deadline. Hit me with it.
For me,
literally setting my notifications on Jeff Passan on X, just so I see that boom breaking, and we're only gonna give up, I don't know.
Kobe man, at least.
Hell no. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry,
I don't think so.
I got Corbin Burns on that tie.
For me, Seth Lugo and Corbin Burns are kind of like one and the same in terms of statistics when it comes to the Cy Young. If anything, Seth Lugo's got a little bit better. But I think Skubal, I'm in agreement with Trent. I think he kind of takes it, and his stats are just unreal. He's pitching out of his mind, and like you said, I hope he's an Oriole, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, Hart says Burns, but I'm thinking Skubal's going to take it. I think team-wise, if Crochet was on a team that didn't have 70 losses, I think you might see a little bit more
crazy.
from him.
Speaking of
But,
him,
like-
he made a couple weird.
Hey, he wants an extension.
He wants an,
He's-
wants
He's
an
not
extension
coming out of the bullpen.
and wants to stay a starter. So I mean, hey, good for him. If he knows he's on the move, I'm guessing top management is telling him, hey, like if we get enough for you, you're gonna be out of here. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you would
Sure,
think
sure.
that's like good news. Like get the hell out of Chicago. That's bad
Yeah.
there. Very bad.
Tell you what, though, hey, Flaherty's become one of my favorite guys to gamble on.
Oh gosh. Be careful with him.
Yeah, I don't want the Orioles to select or trade.
No,
for him.
no. I'm not talking about. I'm saying like actually like gamble his cape props on.
Oh yeah.
He's been my go-to guy lately, man.
The Orioles already
Consistently.
traded for Flaherty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want that whole thing again.
Yeah.
I don't want guys like that again. That are
Yes.
like I wouldn't want like
We don't want projects.
projects, not even projects, but like not even like guys past their prime. Like right now, I look at. I'll give you a
Flaherty's
team
not past.
staff, a pitching staff that is they made headlines and news about signing all these pitchers this offseason. That was the Cardinals, but all their pitchers are. It's like, I like Gibson still. Hell, I'd take Gibson back right now. He'd be the only one on that staff. But in terms of like I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Mikolas.
Yeah.
Like that's not it.
Nicolas.
Like some people see his name now and think like when you're wagering, be like, oh no, that's Cardinals. It's like no, like he's mediocre, right? Like Lance Lynn, I think, is on their staff. Mediocre.
No. Is Lance? Oh yeah, he is now.
Yeah. So it's like, like no, thank you. But
Richard Pop Top.
Uh-oh.
is that did he pay up on that one? Or
No, not yet.
Oh wow.
The beard.
He did reach out to me though. He did reach out though. So we already did say that we had to meet a trophy.
Trying to call him out.
Just friendly wagers, right? Shane Lowry.
right.
I mean Trey.
Okay.
But I think that'll transition us here into America's other pastime or actual pastime, football. So let's get into some football here, guys. Got obviously a couple headlines here. There's some college football stuff. I don't know wherever you guys want to start with. Trying to know, you mentioned you had something with football.
We'll start NFL, right? Is that where we're going to start? I just looking at the headlines. I think it's weird right now. The Niners can't stay out of the headlines, can they? They can't. They can't.
Team full of drama queens.
No. It's not even that. I thought I just want to hear your guys' reaction because I thought it was kind of cool. Kyle Shanahan offering Belichick any job he wanted to do for the team. Like I love that. I think that's entertaining. I think there was a good point made. I'm trying to think what show I was watching about it. As a coach, if you do sit there and say, okay, like what teams do I not like going against? Like, why would you not want that
Saw the
coach on
exact
your
same
team?
thing.
Might have
I
been
saw the exact same
McAfee's show.
thing.
But I thought about that and I was like thinking about the teams that I always hate playing against, even as a coach. And I'm like, yeah, that's totally true. If you get some of those coaches on your staff, like I think that'd be huge, especially if the opportunity presents itself. I guess I'm just kind of disappointed because I would have loved to see Belichick take a step back for the year and just be a coordinator. And that would have been a scary defense. I know I'm not going to get any agreement from Trey, but that was a headline with the Niners that really caught my attention. I don't know if you guys have anything to say about that, but
I don't.
I mean, I'll comment a little bit. I mean, if you had him as your defensive coordinator, I mean, I think it would have been awesome. I think you take a guy with experience and you make him your DC.
Touchdown or turnover. You want Belichick on your favorite team's coaching staff.
Touchdown, yeah. I mean,
yeah. See, so there. Eat your words, Trey.
Trent, that comment was Michael Lombardi had made that comment.
Okay.
He was the one that, because I heard the exact same thing, and it was on McAfee. He said, you got to look at who do you want to go against and who do you not want to go against, go get them. You know what I mean? And why would you not, especially with experience like that? Yeah, but I'll keep it short and sweet with it. But yeah, I would have loved to have him on staff. Just in the sense, from the culture of the Patriot way and everything else. I know he gets a lot of heat right now where it wasn't him, it was Tom Brady. Like, I get that. But at the same time, he obviously, put something in there where he was able to get the guys all play together. And they did run well for years.
I think they had a great defense. Like majority of those Tom Brady Super Bowls, I think they had a top 5 defense.
Absolutely, every year.
Yeah.
So, I think it would have been awesome. But, I mean, to kind of stick a little bit with that Niners not staying out of the news, I mean, obviously, Trent Williams is waiting for some paychecks. Ayuk's waiting for some paychecks. Like, I'm not concerned. The fact that Ayuk actually showed up to camp was kind of a little, I don't want to say surprising to me, but at the same time, I think he's starting to realize too that he doesn't have a whole lot of say with what he wants for at least 2 years. He's under contract already, and then next year they can franchise tag him. So
I don't think you can do that.
Oh, I totally do.
I think they're going to make an agreement after so many games of let's see what you do in so many games, and then we'll talk.
Here's the other thing I just found out the other day. This was also on McAfee. I think Schefter pointed it out on McAfee's show, is that John Lynch and Brandon Ayuk have the same agent.
It's weird.
Yeah. Put that in perspective. How does that work out? So just saying, that's also an interesting little X factor. But yeah, I'm not too concerned, especially when you got a jacked Brock Purdy throwing balls out there. We're gonna be all right, man.
All right, moving on from the Niners. Sorry about that, Trey.
Yeah.
I got one more thing, but Ty, you said you had some football thing. You have any NFL, Tyler, Trey? Or?
No, I mean, I was just looking at a couple different headlines and stuff with things, but I did have one headline that I'll bring up, but go ahead.
Okay, so here you go. Ready? Considering the Hall of Fame game is now, I believe, less than a week away, right?
Next week. Yep.
Yeah. So this past Thursday was the last Thursday without football for quite some time. Just great news, boys. Great news. And with that brings me the feelings of like some of my favorite types of bets to make in football. Right. Obviously, we're big BBB teasers, right? Triple beer to Baker bet teasers. But another one I like is, a parlay. I mean, football is the sport to do your parlays, in my opinion. It's one of my favorites. The other one is touchdown scoring parlays. I love those. But so one thing I saw that was out there via DraftKings Sportsbook is the top favorites parlay. So the four, this is just a straight money line parlay. And they parlayed the top 4 favorites, heaviest favorites in week 1. When you parlay all 4 of those picks together, it does come out to be plus 264. So that's not great for a 4-leg money line parlay, but it's pretty good.
Who are they?
And I want to know who you believe, if you make this parlay, is going to be the leg that costs you the win. All right? Ready? The leg it costs you win. First one. Don't jump right. Wait till I read all the teams and their matchups. So the Buffalo Bills are one of the heaviest favorites, and they will be playing the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay.
The Cincinnati Bengals as the favorite. They're playing the New England Patriots.
Okay.
The New Orleans Saints, and they are playing the Carolina Panthers. And then the Seattle Seahawks, and they're playing the Denver Broncos.
Wow.
Who, out of the Bills, Bengals, Saints, or Seahawks, do you think is going to absolutely kill that parlay?
I can see a couple of them.
Just you got to pick one that you feel most certain.
Oh, man.
Remember, these are the top 4 heaviest favorites, meaning the odds.
Okay, then I'm going to go. I'm going to go with. What was the last one again? Say the last one. The
Seahawks, and they play the Broncos.
Oh man. Honestly, I'd probably go the Seahawks. It's either the Seahawks or the Saints for me.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, I'm completely different, and I know this is going to be very unpopular.
I'm different too. That's weird.
Because this one seems like it's the shoe in
It is
of the last couple of years is the Bills.
Yeah, that's who I'm most worried about.
You're going against Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
And the Bills lost a lot. Like, it's not the same Bills of the years past. Like, again, people look at the Bills. Oh, well, it's Josh Allen's there. That's fine. Okay, well, Josh Allen also can't beat Mahomes. You know, Josh Allen also can't win the big games.
Regular season.
But what I'm saying is, like,
nobody.
Right? I don't know. I
don't.
I don't think the Cardinals are just push them to the side. I mean, there's a lot of questions with the Broncos and who the hell the quarterback's going to be, but that's another story. But I'm also not sold on the Seahawks have a whole new system. It's like, I don't know. That's an interesting. I like that question.
Yeah.
Who was yours, Trent?
I was also on the Bills. The Bills are the one that worry me because my thing is I'm really aware of Kyler Murray's bounce back this year. I think he's got a good weapon. He still has the ability to make plays with his feet. And I don't know, there's something about that team that's going to surprise. I think they're going to, I'm not saying they're going to freaking, even make the playoffs necessarily, but I do believe that they have the ability to overperform this year a little bit better than what probably most people would think.
Wouldn't probably win more than 4 games.
Is that what they're projected? Okay.
What's
their over-under wins?
I'm pulling that up right now.
Yeah.
So why is it now the regular season wins just a simple over-under? I wish it was that the other day. DraftKings is weird. Cardinals. That should be like the first.
I'm gonna say it's at 6.5.
That's what I would say too.
I'm going. I'm sorry.
It would be like minus 120, minus 130 odds or something for the over.
Mm-hmm.
What were you guys thinking it is?
6.5.
It is 6.5.
What's the odds? Minus 130?
Minus 150.
For over.
For over.
And, isn't that funny though? Like, we're spot on almost with both of those. Somebody who gambles a lot.
Yeah.
No, that's interesting though. So one other headline I did want to kind of touch on, and I think this will kind of touch a chord for you, Trent, a little bit. Maybe you too, Trey, a little bit. Is I read today that Devontae Adams will be a Jet by October.
Can you quote the guy who said it?
No, I'm just saying that's what I was
quote the guy who said it.
I don't have the quote up.
It's Greeny.
Okay.
From ESPN.
He's a Jets fan.
He's a Jet fan. He was saying it sarcastically.
Nah, I still believe it. It might even be before October, actually.
Okay, Trey, then I'll make you a bet that he is not a Jet by October, if you're so confident.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay, little baby.
little baby.
Man.
Well, my question is though, is like he's not happy, and
that's not true. It is not true.
You saw the receiver. Did you watch that on Netflix? He pretty much forced. What's his face? Jimmy Garoppolo out.
Well, I was gonna say it also showed how much he hated Jimmy Garoppolo.
Rightfully so. I mean, that was also last year, guys. How did we end the year? Right, and they hired the guy that he wanted.
They said that's the only reason he would stay. It's because he feels bad.
But we also right now don't have a quarterback, and I get that.
That's my point.
I get that. He's still going to have a good year. You watch.
Decent, not as good as what he could have with Aaron.
He had a better year without Aaron with Derek Carr. It's crazy.
Dude, you're going to argue that.
It's crazy. It's weird, you know. Super weird. But Aaron Rodgers is a Jet. He's not even a Packer.
Not okay.
Robert Saleh fired by the end of
year. It's funny how these arguments they've continued in.
Absolutely. I'll bet you that, Trent, about Robert Saleh.
No, I gotta see how things.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm gonna wait till week. I'm gonna wait till probably
the Jets are Super Bowl contenders without Devontae Adams.
I'll wait till it's tweeted out and then I'll bet it. Then I'll feel confident. And then I'm probably going to give you a hard time for always wanting to take alternative lines.
I can't believe Trent is like actually trying to talk crap on beer bets when he like.
No, I can talk crap because I think I haven't owed either of you a surplus of beers yet.
Yeah, because of the reason
why you don't take any risks.
Exactly, Tyler. Thank you,
Nothing.
Tyler.
That's because everything it takes is just a winner.
No. That's because you on 10-point favorites, you want to bet the money line.
So let me ask you: is it you guys saying you're mad at me, but you're also the ones that take the bets?
Yeah, because it's more fun.
We like that, right? Take a little bit of risks.
Yeah, take
I've taken risks.
Imagine if you win it; it's even more risk. It's even more fun than winning like
I've absolutely taken risks.
No, you don't.
Absolutely taken risks.
All right.
I'd say the Lowry one was probably your biggest risk.
That wasn't even a risk.
The Astros is a risk for me.
They
were 6 games, 5 games back, and I said, whatever, I'll do it. I offered it when they were like 10 games back.
They're like 18 at one point, I think.
No.
Hey, so anyway, 3 other things I'd like to talk about here. Number one is the severity of the Lamar Jackson sickness. What's going on?
What sickness?
He got sent home, came back after about a week, and then left again, which is kind of a little bit of alarming, where week-long sickness, just kind of interesting. Something to keep an eye on.
Maybe it's long COVID.
Maybe. Yeah. Number 2, you guys got to find some of these Jim Harbaugh Chargers practice tapes because the dude's a beast. And then number 3, Hulk Hogan and Dan Campbell, the wrestling duo tag team that never happened and should have.
Where they go? What? Oh my gosh!
Hulk Hogan showed up to Lions camp.
Oh really? Oh my gosh!
Yesterday, so
it's everywhere.
It's awesome. But yeah, that's all I got there for NFL.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I got to say about the NFL is I'm just ready for this Jordan Love deal, baby.
Yeah, talk about selfish.
Oh my gosh, get out of here! That is so ridiculous. He's literally at every practice, every meeting.
Guys, I'm going to stand here and watch you practice until I get my
at least he's there. It's called holding in and smart.
It is true. It's so you don't get fined.
Yeah, holding in a fart. That's smart too.
No.
Right, Trey?
Shout out Zach Black. Can't wait till he's the highest paid quarterback in the league.
All right, yeah.
The Trey lean.
What?
The fart, man. You don't hold in. You let him out.
God, it's not healthy.
Okay, ready? Who is going to be the most angry about spending huge money on their quarterback? Is it going to be the Niners? Is it going to be the Packers? Or is it going to be the Dolphins?
Or the Jaguars?
That's a good point, Trey. Yeah. That's a great point. Yeah, I don't know, man. 2 is a year out of the crazy concussion stuff. Like, you can't just forget about that.
That one.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
You can't forget about that. And you're gonna pay him a lot of money. Just he may Andrew Luck you and be like,
wow,
fuck you.
Oh wow.
Whoa. Sorry. Allegedly. No.
Yeah.
No, it's the perfect rhyme. But you know what I'm saying? He might just, hey, sorry guys. The issues go back. It's not how much they're getting paid. It's the guaranteed money. is what's insane to me. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm getting this. This is my contract. This is guaranteed money. It's not even for the veterans. What gets me is that these rookies are coming in asking for guaranteed money and getting it.
Yeah,
It's
a new
absurd.
world.
It's absurd, and that
Hey.
goes back to NIL.
Pretty sure Caleb Williams even wrote in about the inability to franchise tag him or something on those lines.
It's absurd, man. Dude, he's gonna be such a bust, and I'm just gonna sit there and just laugh.
When can we
Just gonna
say he's a
laugh.
bust? After 2 years, or
When can you
It's
say he's
gotta
a
be this
bust
year.
of a draft pick? I'd say after 1 year.
Oh,
wow?
1
Wow.
year.
Remember Patrick
I think
Mahomes didn't
it's
start his first year.
I think it's like 1.5 seasons is when you can start to murmur the bust word.
1.5.
So then why?
seasons.
So okay, then what's Justin Fields?
He started murmuring bust. And he's
Murmuring.
still-
It's been
he's-
3 years.
Yeah.
So we're not murmuring. He's a bust.
He's a freak athlete. He's just not an NFL quarterback. Although I will say this, he's better than Mac Jones.
Where's Mac Jones at now? Jacksonville?
Yeah, he's looking horrible. I just saw some
Yeah, I
highlights.
saw it too.
he threw one like the softest floating duck right into a defender's hands. I bet you Mac Jones has a better year.
Okay, you're saying it like you were so right. Like it was this crazy bet, and you won by like 1 game, dude.
That was a
It's-
crazy bet.
hey,
you were so confident in
wasn't.
Mac Jones. Yes, you were.
Yeah, the only reason you won is because the Bears had nothing to lose and were just letting Justin Fields run around 30 times a game. It was
It's
a running
Alabama,
game.
it's
And-
Alabama
and the-
quarterbacks.
Patriots had nothing to lose, and they still benched Mac Jones.
Man, Bailey Zappi's a baller, dude.
Oh God, Western Kentucky or Miami? Yeah. Okay, I'll just before we move on, I will say I wish more quarterbacks were more conscientious of like a Tom
Team.
Brady, like
Team.
a Ben Roethlisberger, and I don't like Ben Roethlisberger at all, but I wish they would take that mindset of understanding, like, hey, I make my money here, and plus you're going to make money not only on the field with your contract, but also off the field because you're a quarterback and you get all the endorsements. But don't you want to like don't you want to win? Because like just take the team friendly contract and get as much talent as you can around you. I don't know.
And listen, I don't have to get into it, but I will say, and that's why I'm not concerned about Brock Purdy's contract, because he's already been proven to be that kind of person that will take a team friendly contract because you need the weapons, and he knows that. He's a 7th round pick, dude. He knows that he needs guys around him.
Pretty sure he's still living with mom and dad too.
He's a roommate. He's a roommate. I think it was like a long snapper.
So you okay.
Moving on.
You just,
All right, holding in, Trey. Holding in.
Oh boy.
All
right. College football here. All right. So the way too early. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to give you a top 10. All right. And then I'll kind of bring in some other teams and stuff to kind of see where you guys think. But here's what we had the way too early. This is from ESPN. Now, this is a little bit older because this was from February. But you got Georgia, number 1. Ohio State, 2. Oregon, 3. Texas, 4. Notre Dame, 5. Ole Miss, 6. Missouri, 7. Penn State, 8. Alabama, 9. And Utah, 10. All right, so that's your top 10 right now. Any team stick out, overranked, underranked, etc. in that top 10 that you guys can think of?
Go ahead, Trent.
Where was Penn State?
8.
That's fitting.
But that's every year. Every year they're 6, 7, or 8.
Tyler, this was my only thing to talk about too for college football. We're one of the only universities where we could win 10 or 11 games, which only happened 5 times in his tenure, and the fans will still be mad. Well, no shit.
Is that what Frank
Because
said?
you don't win the big games.
Yeah.
You still won your conference one time. right? Credit Trey was there. And guess what? You still didn't take care of enough business, hence why you didn't make the playoff. Okay? So screw
I don't know.
him for saying that.
I
I'm
think
so sick of that,
we
man.
should have made the playoff that year. Let's not get there.
Here's your wild pitch hot take. If they don't make the playoff, which they will, they better. They don't make the playoff, Franklin's gone.
No way. He can't be.
If they don't make the playoff for sure, because you're taking what, 12 this year?
Get him out of here. But
Get him out of here.
I think the team that interests me the most in that top 10 again, I like Oregon. I like Oregon.
A lot of people are picking Oregon to win it.
And I love that Cam Rising is back for his 17th year of eligibility. He's got an 18th year. Love Utah out there. I'm like an Oregon, and I know maybe we're going to do an episode on this, but give me Oregon out of the Big Ten winning that this year, and give me Utah winning the Big 12 this year.
You say Oregon winning the Big Ten?
Oregon winning the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you're nuts.
Yeah,
you're nuts.
Okay. That's fine.
Holy cow, you're nuts.
That's fine. That's fine.
There's no way. There's no way. No way.
It's okay.
There's no way. It's different football. Trey, go ahead. I'll let you go ahead.
Can I backtrack? Are you both because of saying Ohio State's going to win it? Like you're both Ohio State
or Michigan or Penn State?
Wow.
I'm not on any of those.
Who are you on?
Who are you on? Iowa?
Washington.
Yep, Iowa.
Dude,
plus 4,000. Go big.
I'm on Iowa, dude. I will make a bet.
Plus 4,000.
I will. I will make a bet. I'll sprinkle it in there.
Please
Tyler,
do.
I bet you Oregon finishes better than Iowa.
There we go. See,
see, that's what he does.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like such a risk for me, and like a shoe.
What we do, Tyler, is we like to make bold calls, and then Trent likes to make beer bets off these bold calls and take advantage of us. And then he makes us feel bad about not like backing our word. And it's like, dude, I'm just making a bold prediction, something you don't do.
I'll do a beer bet. Either Oregon or Iowa wins, and if neither win, we push. But if Oregon wins it, you owe me a beer. If Iowa wins it, I owe you a beer.
That is so I don't know.
Okay, different football, guys.
It should be doubled for me though. Like I'm actually taking a risk.
You're taking
the early ranked number 3 team in the country. Trent, my team's not even ranked in the top 25.
I am just saying.
Oh my god!
I'll bet Oregon finishes higher than Iowa.
Still, that's not like a bold.
See, I use your like crazy fanhood. Yeah. Like you love Iowa.
It's not a fanhood. I don't love Iowa.
You kind of do.
I love the fact that Iowa like barely scores points, but they'll also hold teams to like 3 points.
All right.
I think that cracks me up because I'm like, what the hell? Like, but Trey, what you got here in the top 10?
No, I just think the thing that stands out to me is that Alabama's 9. It's just weird seeing them that low and everything like that. I know they lost a lot of their recruits and Saban's gone and we have yet to see how they're going to be with their new system and coach, but I don't know. It's just weird to see them at 9 behind some of these teams.
If I can, I would like to piggyback that because without Saban, okay, so now you bring in Kalen DeBoer, right, as your coach. You put him at 9. Don't get me wrong. Alabama has a history, right? It's obviously, but I feel like that history has really obviously upticked with Nick Saban, in the recency bias, if you will. I don't know that that's going to happen with their new coach. And I make the argument that last year, with Washington, you had a star-studded team. All right, you had a top running back, you had at least 2 top wide receivers, and you had what should have been the offensive line and what should have been the Heisman quarterback in Michael Penix.
Which should have been, huh?
We're still going to keep talking about him. But but I just don't think that, at least for this year, maybe, but I'll also be interested to see how much Alabama boosters let him go. Because if you even drop 4 games you're gone. I say after the first year. Like, I don't even know that you get a second year. And then I, you know who I would say to keep an eye on in terms of who would get that head coaching job? You ready for this?
Yeah.
Sarkisian.
Nope.
Steve.
I could see it. I could see him leaving Texas.
Is he in Texas? No way.
We'll see. Team that interests me the most is Ole Miss. I think Lane Kiffin's kind of coming into his own with Ole Miss.
That's the guy that would go to Alabama.
Could see that too. He does love to leave teams pretty quickly and absurdly.
You still hate him from Tennessee?
Oh, hell yeah. But I will say that, you know, there have been some players from Ole Miss over the last couple of years under Lane Kiffin that I've liked. But that team interests me. I do love the fact that Lane Kiffin, Trent, I think you sent the clip out, put Paul Finnenbaum in his place and said, I really don't know what the hell you're actually good at. And I thought that was fucking awesome because that guy's a douche. And I love that Lane Kiffin actually said that to him. And it was great. So very real clips. Check that out. But because I'm not really sure what you're actually good at, but
for sure, Finnenbaum heard him loud and clear.
Why are you guys saying? Why are you guys calling him?
Paul Finebaum?
I don't know why you're calling him Finnenbaum.
Sorry, he probably heard me mispronounce his name.
It's Paul Finebaum.
Those satellite dishes. Woo, baby.
Pretty sure it's Finnenbaum.
No, it's not Finnenbaum.
Paul Finebaum? I don't know.
Tell me.
I'm with you. I like Finnenbaum.
I hate that.
Kyle, let's beer bet that too.
It's Finnenbaum. Oh my
god. Hey, team that a little bit of a surprise though is Missouri. You guys surprised that Missouri's at 7?
Is that quarterback returning?
Yes.
Do it. I'm just glad the playoffs are bigger. Like, do you realize this holiday season is going to be
oh my gosh
phenomenal because college basketball comes back in November. We got so many big games in college basketball early on, right around the playoffs starting. Guys, it's getting so close. I can feel that tingling. They go to the farmer's market, but
farmer's market
morning, wake up, turn game day on, get the pot of coffee rolling.
And McAfee's back.
Yeah.
McAfee's back, dude. That's freaking. Did you see Saban's on now too?
Oh my gosh,
that's good.
It's gonna be a killer show, dude.
Is Corso?
So who left?
Corso's back too. Yeah, no, Corso's back. They got 6 guys.
Oh, wow.
They showed it because Herb Street tweeted it out. He said McAfee's back, Saban's joining us, and Coach Corso's back too.
Wow.
So, yeah, pretty awesome. I can't wait, man. I got chills thinking about it because that is my favorite show, is College Game Day. Like, I love everything about it. All right, real quick to kind of round out here, I'll round out the top 25 if you guys want to, just to kind of quickly discuss any other teams that might stand out. We got Arizona 11, LSU 12, Michigan 13, Oklahoma 14, Florida State 15, Tennessee 16, Oklahoma State 17, NC State 18, Clemson 19, Kansas State 20, Louisville 21, Kansas 22, Kentucky 23, Miami 24, and Texas A&M 25. Teams that didn't make it, just missed: USC, Washington, SMU, Iowa, Wisconsin, West Virginia, Boise State, Air Force, and Liberty.
To the Big Ten.
I think the team that surprised me the most, and I for obvious reasons though, Michigan being 13.
I think Tennessee should be lower.
Like, what? Why? Why do you do that? Like, why do you do that?
No, no, I think they should be ranked. I'm sorry, I mean like lower as in a lower number. Like they should be better than 16.
So ranked higher.
Okay, sure. Sorry, I guess I guess I said it wrong.
I thought you were-
I meant a lower number. No. I think
Yeah, I'm like,
Tennessee's better
dude,
than 60.
I know you got to be a dick like during the NFL.
No,
like,
no.
you got to be a dick during college football too. Like, come on, man.
No, I don't have anything against Tennessee, and I think that what's his name? That quarterback, Nico, was that his name?
Nico, yeah.
I think he's gonna. I think he could be decent with the proper coaching and stuff like that. And they got a great edge rusher. I forget his name, but I thought he was going to go to the draft this year. I don't think he declared, but
no, they also they have their wide receivers back too.
Right.
So they also got a guy from Tulane. Tulane.
Tulane. All right. MMA. Little UFC.
Oh yeah. Big card Saturday.
Close it out.
Say MML.
MMA.
We'll just pick winners. We don't gotta do bets or anything, right?
UFC, Tyler. That's what I'm talking about.
I know you said MML though. I was like, what's MML?
No, I didn't. I said A. Roll the tape. Any reactions to the top 10 fighters of the 21st century?
I didn't see him.
Number 10. Or should I start at 1 quick?
10.
Number 10, Kamaru Usman.
Wow.
Of the century?
21st century.
Yeah.
Number 9, BJ Penn. 8, Chuck Liddell. 7, Randy Couture. 6, Fedor Emelianenko, I think. 5, Khabib. 4, Demetrius Johnson. 3, Anderson Silva. 2, George St. Pierre. Number 1, best fighter of the 21st century, John Jones.
So wow.
Yeah. That was
seriously?
It was
over St. Pierre?
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Wow. And Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
That's the one. Wow. That surprises me. It's kind of interesting though. Well, no, it's what interests me a little bit though is like some of the, I mean, it's different eras, which is kind of tough a little bit. I know they say 21st century, but like Usman and Chuck Liddell never fought at the same time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and Usman was pretty dominant.
I'm surprised Adesanya is not on there.
No, the one that no, I'm not surprised by that at all. The one that the one that I'm surprised at is that they actually put Khabib up there after only fighting like 4 fights in the UFC.
What's MMA? Because that Vitor guy is not in the UFC, was he?
Fedor Emelianenko. Yeah, it was top. No, yeah, just MMA fighter. You're right.
All right. He never actually made it to UFC, but he was so good in I forget what other.
Yeah, but then he started getting crushed on his way on his.
Well, yeah, because
I know he was the guy that everyone wanted to fight Lesnar at the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Khabib thing, though. Like, man, you guys remember? Like, he fought maybe 2 or 3 times.
He fought more than that, Ty.
No, it was more.
It
was like 6 or 7.
Not in UFC.
You think it was? I mean, some of them were against no-name guys, Tyler, in lower cards. Like they weren't.
I'll bet it was. I bet it was no more than 5.
Trent or Stack guys get on it.
There's no way it was more than 5.
Yeah, absolutely, it was more than 5.
Actual UFC fights.
Yes,
29 wins and 0 losses.
No,
That's
not in UFC. Not in UFC.
UFC stats. So I'm getting at. I'm just saying.
No, I don't believe that.
All right. Well, let's get to the card.
Yeah, go.
All right.
Keep going.
All right. What are we doing? Top 3 fights here.
Yeah.
We got a lightweight fight, heavyweight championship, and then a welterweight championship. So let's start with Green versus Patty the Batty.
Yeah. What are the odds, Tyler, for just winner?
Hang on. Sorry. Wow.
Can I just
Bobby
say something
Green-
real quick? Like, definitely UFC events that I'm reading here, that are listed of his. How many did I say? 29. He has 13 UFC wins for sure. like it has the event and date of everything, so it's more than 5.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Bobby Green is minus
King Green.
120. Huh?
It's King Green now.
yeah, he changed his name.
Well, DraftKings sells Bobby, so
Well,
we're
Do
going
they
Bobby.
really?
That
Mhm.
should be a lawsuit.
They do.
So
Wow.
Bobby Green is minus 120 to win over Patty, who is plus 100.
Yeah. I'm surprised at those odds, but I actually
So
agree with
am
it
I.
because I think that Patty's too raw and King Green's got some knockout power. So Patty likes to fight with his like chin up for some reason, and that's just a recipe to get caught with one and knocked out and secure a loss. I think he's undefeated, Patty still. What I think he's got to like to be better to like take the next level. I think he's got to lose one and see what it like feels like and learn from it. So I am going to go with King Green.
Okay. Trent?
Not so fast, Trey.
Mm.
Patty plus 100.
Double it. Patty plus 100. Bet you can get him as a dog. I'm taking it for sure. All right. Tom Aspinall and Curtis Blades. Aspinall's minus 410 as a favorite. Blades is plus 320 as a favorite. Or sorry, as an underdog.
I'm going to go Aspinall. I think the UFC wants the Aspinall Jones fight. If Jones will do it, I know he likes to duck some fights sometimes, but
Allegedly.
I think Aspinall does it.
I think he ducks him on purpose. I think it's the drugs. Allegedly.
He tore his pec. All right. The winner of this fight does get the winner of Stipe John Jones. That has already been announced, I believe, earlier today.
Right.
I had to, the money line. Yeah, if you're wagering, it's not good enough juice to take minus 410 for the money line. So I like to go into winning method. This still isn't great juice, but I actually like Aspinall to win by KO, TKO, or DQ for minus 175. So
it's better than minus 410.
Yeah, a little bit more of a risk. Heavyweights. I know Aspinall's a unique heavyweight with the ability to wrestle a little bit better than most. And Blades too, but I do believe that if you get those heavyweights down on the ground, there's a very good chance it just turns into a ground and pound. And it's like with those guys throwing that amount of weight around. I like the minus 175 to find some sort of bettable odds for me.
Like it. Yeah, I didn't look into too much in terms of bet gambling stuff, but winner wise, I'm going Aspinall.
Mm-hmm.
I think it will be John Jones Aspinall. So
yeah.
That being said, I think John Jones actually retires after Stipe. But
I know, and that'll piss me. You know what though? Then he is ducking.
He's not ducking.
He's beating Stipe doesn't mean anything. Does not do anything to his career at all.
Yes, it does.
Most decorated heavyweight.
I don't think that does anything. An old washed up Stipe. No one wants to see that. I want to see you fight the best guy, which is Tom Aspinall, and we all know
Pereira.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's got to be Pereira, dude.
I'm talking heavyweights right now.
Pereira. Oh, he's coming up to heavyweight.
Well, allegedly.
All right. Last fight is Leon Edwards versus Muhammad. Edwards is minus 258 as a favorite. Muhammad as plus 210 as a dog. This is I'm not gonna lie, this is a little bit tough for me.
I'll take the over rounds or the fight to go the distance.
Ooh, over the rounds.
Yeah. Muhammad is a very boring fighter. Doesn't really give you the chance to knock him out or submit him. So it's just going to be who's got more ground control time, who can land the most significant punches, which will be minimal. I think it's going to be a pretty boring fight.
Man. Whew. Well, that sucks. I'm not very
sorry.
The distance.
Oh, that sucks.
The distance is minus 210. The
Yeah.
over under on rounds is freaking 4.5 rounds to go. Over is minus 215. Under 4.5 is plus 165.
So you're almost just, it's almost worth taking the juice because the chance, like if you get lucky, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I was
knocks them out.
actually.
Yeah, catches them or I mean,
That's why I was, or a submission. Maybe Bilal catches Leon in a submission. Here's my thing. You guys remember Leon Edwards like not being like some unstoppable fighter for quite some time? Like this title run literally was a like Hail Mary knockout with minimal time
tomorrow.
left.
Right. No,
So like
with minimal, it was like 2 seconds.
yeah, like then
dude, that's a fight I'll never forget.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Whew, I think I'm gonna take the under on rounds, Trey. I'm sorry, I'm on the opposite side. This is my best bet: is under rounds.
Yeah, I didn't know the odds though.
Under rounds for plus 165. If I'm going here on the just money line, I'm because I'm so sick of. I feel like I bet against the favorites so often, especially even in close ones. I would just take Leon Edwards to win, but once again, juice is not there. Minus 258.
All right.
Do you guys both think Leon will win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it goes the distance, yes.
Because it's going to be boring.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I want to take Leon because I like Leon more than the other guy, but I don't know.
I do feel bad for the other guy.
Dude,
Why?
There's been
Well, because like people getting pictures and they're like, "Hey, can you like move out of the picture?" Like fans. It's like, dude, like I don't know if it's just streamers being douchebags or whatnot. You know how some of those guys do that stuff, but I don't know. Just I felt bad for the other guy. It's like, hey,
yeah. I'll go Leon to win, and I would probably second year under 4.5 just to put a sprinkle on to see, maybe
Trey,
something could happen.
Here's an interesting fight with if you like it to go the distance and you think Leon would win, you get Leon Edwards by decision for plus 125.
Yeah, I do like that.
That's on Fanatics Sportsbook.
That's a good bet. I'll check that out for sure.
Yeah.
Completely unrelated to this, just so you guys are aware. DraftKings has Driscus Duplessis and Adesanya's fight already up for lines.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Duplessis is plus 114 right now, money line. Adesanya is minus 135.
I can't wait for that fight.
So I will be taking Duplessis as the dog. Dude, Adesanya's he's already seen it.
I disagree.
On his way out.
Duplessis didn't even beat Strickland. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
No, he didn't.
Strickland did beat Duplessis. That's why he won. He retained the title.
So no, he didn't retain the title. Strickland lost the title.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was the one time because UFC wanted to see this matchup.
I think they did, yeah.
So,
just saying.
But I'm okay with it. I like Duplessis.
Sorry, that's August 18th.
Ugh.
Sorry, August 17th. Well, it says 18th because it'll go into the AM.
Yeah, first day of school, 19th. I was going to say I'm not staying up on a school night for that.
I will. Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else here, boys?
That was good. I think we covered it all.
Yeah, we got it all, man.
Let's keep grinding, guys. Football's right around the corner. The dog days of baseball, in my opinion.
Let's go.
Yeah, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Let's keep it rolling here. We're 2-1 last 2 days, so let's keep it rolling here. Doing all right.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Still waiting on those walk bets, Trey, but
I don't know.
Just
Don't
saying.
have time.
I'm telling you, I don't have time. It is very time consuming, and I wish I had it, to be honest. So I have to do a little simpler breakdown. But
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
Well, it's all right. Just realized I forgot I have our banner up here. So quick, 29 days until football, college
Hall of
football,
Fame
41
game
days
Thursday.
till NFL
What's your
football.
wager?
There you go.
What's your wager under the
Ooh.
point total?
Yeah.
I'm
Always
not
taking
gonna lie.
the
I'm
unders.
gonna bet on it. There's no doubt.
Why wouldn't you?
Exactly. Trey's over there. Oh, you degenerate.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
probably bet on the coin toss.
Okay, Trey. Let me know what you pick.
No, shut up.
Fade.
I'm not gonna tell you what I bet the Super Bowl. And
No, come on.
No.
Come on. You have to. You have to.
You have
You
to
have
because
to-
I'm totally
hey.
thinking the opposite.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
have to
you know what? I
reveal
will
it.
tell you, and I'm gonna win it this year.
You think so?
Yeah.
You know what's gonna happen is I'm gonna feel that with like I'm gonna agree with you and I'm
What
gonna
am I
tell
like
you.
1-6? Am I 1-6 or 1-5?
Let's just say you lost a lot.
I think I'm 1-5. That's all right.
Before we know it, we'll be putting that episode together. Holy hell!
Yeah.
Super Bowl episode, yeah.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
I'm wishing the season away.
No, I'm not wishing it away.
College
But I do
football.
want college basketball too.
Oh,
Dude,
man, don't
yeah, but
say that.
dude, I can't wait for college football.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Northern Illinois, baby. Maction.
Ooh, gosh. Wednesday nights.
Don't know gosh me. Tuesday nights.
Oh, yeah, it's Tuesday.
And some Wednesday.
Yeah.
But
All right, fellas.
All right. Guys, have a great weekend.
You as well.
All right.
See you,
See you
man.
next week.
See you, fellas.
See you.